Hey guys, welcome to the Whimsical Workshop. In this video, I'm going to share with you this beautiful collection I've got from Benartex, along with the free project that we did to support the line. So let's get started. Yay! So as many of you guys may know, I design patterns for fabric companies throughout the industry. We do hundreds of patterns a year. Usually what the fabric companies do is they send us a line of fabric. We create the project, write the instructions, and this is the pattern that they use to sell the line to quilt shops, and then eventually it becomes a free pattern on their websites. So in this video, what I want to do is I want to show you one of those lines. It's a beautiful, beautiful line from Benartex, and I will put the link below for the free project that we did for it, which is also quite stunning, if I say so myself. So without further ado, let's check out the fabric. So this is the Buzzworthy collection from Benartex, and this is the panel. And what you cannot see on the camera is all of this gold that's imprinted into the fabric. And they've gotten so good at putting gold on fabric so that you can wash it, you can iron it, it's soft, you can't even feel it. It just gives you that beautiful metallic finish. And Benartex is one of the best companies at doing it. Some of their fabrics are just stunning and they're very elegant looking. And that's kind of what's happened with this line. It is one of my favorites that I've gotten in the studio. I will link a picture right here of the free project that we did with the collection, and I will put the link for the project below the video. So let's go over what I did with this beautiful fabric line for the free project. Which is so typical in our life here at the studio. I did make this quilt for Benartex, and we, as usual, shipped it off. It was a job, so Benartex actually has the quilt. So I'm going to talk about what I did with it through the free project sheet. Okay, so here's the close-up of the quilt. So first things first, I'm going to show you all the beautiful fabrics right after we go over what I did with it, so you can get a nice close-up view of the different amazing prints in this group. The first thing was this beautiful center panel, and it says "Save the Bees." You can see it's got a little bee hive and a crown, scrolls and daisies. So we took that panel, and as always, we used a floater border around it. So if the panel were to come in a different size, you do have this first border that we have you make bigger, and then cut the panel with that border down to size so that it'll fit these very complex looking, let's see how I can turn it, complex looking side borders, which are super easy to piece. Let's go through here with the instructions. You're going to first put borders around that center block. You do it twice. Then you start adding these strips, one long and one short, and you continue to add those strips until you have your finished length. And the pattern tells you how many pieces to sew to get to that length. Once you've done that, and I'm going to pull this up. Once you've done that, this figure here tells you the dimensions. You're going to trim it into that border. So that is how you're going to make those really fun, complex borders. They're great if you have a lot of beautiful fabrics like we did here, and you don't want to leave anybody out of the party. You can make this beautiful kind of scrappy looking border. And then once we did that, we did, again, square and a square out here, added this border, and then we did that beautiful cream scroll border right there. Unfortunately, I used all of that fabric in the quilt, so I do not have a sample of the fabric as I go through the others in just a minute. But that was the free project that we did with Buzzworthy for Benartex. So now let's go through all of the beautiful fabrics in the group. I don't have everything, but I have most of it. Some of the pieces we did end up using here in the quilt before we sent it off. And what I'm showing you guys is the extra fabric that I have to do something else with. But let's go through the line and see it, because each fabric is more stunning than the next. So there is the panel that goes with the line. And this is designed from Greta Lynn for Canvas, which is a sub-company inside of Benartex. So let's put that aside for now. And let's go through the fabrics. And again, that metallic I'm talking about goes through the entire group. So what we've got first is the honeycombs. This is black and cream. Very, very pretty. I don't know if I can get the lights to reflect off of it. So basically anywhere you're seeing that yellow, that is the gold metallic. They've done the honeycomb in 3 colorways. The black and cream, then they have black and white, and then they have yellow and cream. And one of the cool things about this line is you don't see a lot of lines with cream and white mixed together. Sometimes you have to be really careful putting cream next to white because it can make the cream fabric kind of look dingy and dirty versus looking like another color. But in this line, they've balanced the white and the cream beautifully and you don't have that effect. So I have to give them kudos for that. So those are the 3 small prints in there. Oh, I'm sorry, there's 4 honeycombs. So there's those 3, and then there is a black with just the gold, and maybe we can get the gold on this one. There you go. So you can see just how fine detailed that gold is. So there's the black and gold honeycomb. Next up is the stripe. This runs length of fabric, and it is using the white, not the cream. So it is black and yellow and white with the gold accents going through it. Very, very modern, very contemporary. It certainly works with this group, but you could pull this out and use it as a stripe in any quilt. Black and yellow quilts are super stunning, really popular right now, so you could use that for that. So that is the stripe. Then we get to the sunflowers. Now I don't have all of the fabrics in the group, but because I actually already made the quilt and shipped it to Benartex, unfortunately I was unable to video that at the time because of where I was. So I don't have the whole collection. I will put a link below so you can see the whole collection. I'm pretty sure these sunflowers came in black as well, but the sunflowers have a little bumblebee in them. Again, super, super pretty. The hand on this is thick and soft and elegant. So not much more I can say about that one. It's just very, very pretty. The sunflowers, this is now your medium print that you're getting into. Then they did the little bee stripe, and they did this in 2 colorways. They did this one, it's got the white wings against the cream with the bees, and then this is the white wings against the black. So you have this very soft, subtle fabric versus the really bright and prominent fabric. So again, you get 2 versions of the same stripe. Also, look at the selvage. How cute is the selvage? They did little bumblebees all along the bottom of the selvage. I have to say, more and more selvages are just, they're putting a lot of artwork into the selvages, which is this little, it's how they hook it onto the looms. It's usually cut off and goes in the trash, but now there's, you know, a little artwork in them, so people are saving them and doing salvage projects. So there is the bees. Then we come to the small floral. So this is daisies and bees in yellow, and they did the daisies and bees in black. And again, it's very well done with the gold. You got the cream and the white together. It really reads well, and those are nice. These are your smaller prints you could use in the smaller parts of your quilt blocks. Then we have the words. And again, I think this is in 2 colorways, and I only have the 1 left. But again, this would be really cute just for a tote bag or zipper pouches, or, you know, anything. Anybody who thinks they're a queen bee, it's perfect for them. So there are the words. Then we get to my favorite print in the whole line. It is this medallion print. And we did a quilt called Midas Touch using a different line of Benartex. And this reminds me of that, and I will put a picture of that right here as well for you to see. But they did the medallions in this beautiful goldy yellow and white. Then they did yellow and black, which you can't really put them next to each other because they are busy, but they are just outstanding prints. And then they did black and cream. So there's that one. So again, we'll go yellow to gold, which I think is my favorite, black and gold, and then cream. So those are the medallions. And then last they did this border stripe print, and they did it in black and in yellow. And it's a single, it's only on one end. So you get this on the end, and then you get this really pretty, elegant floral here. So this itself would also work really well as a tote bag. Cut it like this, and you'd have a very cool looking tote bag. They did this one in the black and in the yellow. Now the yellows, this is probably my least favorite, only because the black against that soft yellow is a bit strong. But it is still a beautiful print. So that is the Buzzworthy line from Benartex. I get collections in the studio all the time, and I cannot sew with every collection. So what I thought I would do is start doing some smaller videos, shorter videos, talking about the collection, sharing it with you, sharing with you the project that we may have designed to go with it, but not actually do a full tutorial. This is a new format for us, so I would greatly appreciate if you'd leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. Do you like just sitting here looking at beautiful fabrics like I do, or would you rather I only show you the collection when I have a tutorial? Again, this one is from Benartex. I will leave all the links below, and I'd love to hear what you think of this. I love the name, Save the Bees, and the panel, and this should be in stores right now. So make sure you look for it. And the collection is called Buzzworthy. The panel says Save the Bees. So if you are looking for this online, make sure you search Buzzworthy Benartex for the collection. Use the pattern below that's free, and let me see what you do with this collection. As always, I thank you for watching, and have a good night.